Hello, grade 8s, class of 2025. Congratulations for making it this far. There's still a ways to go to get to grade 12 to graduate from Fraser Valley Events Academy, but it's good to celebrate along the way. It's good to celebrate every single milestone. You know, grade 8 is a special year because the year after you're finally in high school, and that's when a lot of things change. I'm really blessed to have seen how you've grown, those who've just joined this year and last year. But when I came to Fraser Valley to become a chaplain, to be your pastor, this class was in grade 6. And I remember our chapels inside the cafeteria, Faith on piano, Bono singing. You guys are always participating in chapel, and I've always valued you guys' energy and everything. I love just sitting outside and talking with you guys and about anything from anime to just random stories. I really love your class, and I'm so sad that I won't be able to see you guys through the next bit of high school, but I'm honored that I get to share with you guys today for your graduation. When I think about going to high school, I think you guys chose a perfect verse, and your verse was Joshua 1 verse 9. And Joshua 1 verse 9 says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." This is an amazing verse, but when you hear it at first, it kind of puts you in this mentality of this classic line people like to say. Like people will just tell you, like, don't be afraid, right? Like, that's almost like the worst advice. Like, you can be doing something that's about to be scary, and someone will say, don't be scared. And you're like, okay, well, thanks, right? It doesn't just help you. We're not like light switches where we can just flick on and off our fears, our feelings, you know? When you're getting angry about someone says, don't be mad. When you're sad about someone says, don't be sad. That alone is like kind of bad advice, right? Because we're not switches. Don't be scared. I really remember, man, when my older brother told me once not to be scared. We went to this place called the Canadian National Exhibition, and it's this amusement park in Toronto, but it travels across Canada. And it was in Ottawa, where I'm from. And my brother and I went to spend the day at the amusement park. We're having a great time. And we're going out and going to all these different rides, Ferris wheel, roller coaster and stuff. And then there's this one ride that I did not want to go on. It's called the Drop Zone. And I remember I was so scared because that ride was like, I don't know how big it was. Maybe like 100 feet or something like that. And you get in it, this is what the ride is. And you guys might have seen this before, maybe at the P&E or wherever you've been. And you get in it, everyone's facing, it's a circle. Everyone's facing outwards, and it lifts you up this tower all the way to the top, and it just drops you. That's all it is. You get in line for about 30 seconds, and then like most of that thing is just fear, all right? And I used to be like, man, this ride is crazy. Why do people get on that? Why would I get on something so scary? And my brother was just like, you know, begging me to go with him. He's like, no, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Like, no, like if you don't go, like you're whack. He's making fun of me. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go with you on this ride. And so I went with my older brother, we got in line, waited in line, got to the front, got buckled up. As we're going up this ride, I'm telling you, like 100 feet, I can see the whole city of Ottawa. I can see my house in a different suburb. Like, it's so high up, I'm terrified. And all my brother says is, like, I'm kind of tearing up because I'm so scared. I was like a kid. And he's like, hey, don't be scared. I'm like, what? And then it dropped. The second I remember, I can't forget it because he just said that line like he was mad at me for being scared, and he's like, "Don't be scared." And I remember I was so angry because in that moment I did not need to be told what to do. I needed comfort, and he just said, "Don't be scared," and then we dropped. And I hate when people do that because it's like it's just a words, right? How can I just not be scared? How can I just not be sad? How can I not just be angry? Don't be this without a reason. But this Bible verse that you guys chose for your class is very special because it does say it says don't be scared. It does say be strong and courageous, but it also gives you a reason. When you have a reason, when somebody explains why, it makes things a little bit easier. And this verse says, as it says in the second half, I'll say it again, it says, have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be frightened, do not be dismayed, right? It says don't be scared. But here's the amazing part, and this is the reason why I'm not just telling you this verse just because I'm not just saying don't be scared, but I'm going to give you a reason why. And the Bible verse says it itself. It says, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. We can overcome fear when we know our why. Grade 8s, you can overcome any fear that comes your way in these next 4 years for the rest of your life when you know why, and the why is that God is with you and He is bigger than every single one of your fears. You know, when classes get harder, God is with you. When you might struggle fitting into the way of high school and everything, God is with you. When people start changing around you and friendships start changing and you yourself start changing, God is with you. When you might start trying out for high school teams or you're trying to figure out what happens next after high school, God is with you. When you're struggling to fit in or maybe figure out your own identity in such a crazy next few years of your life, God is with you. And this is such an amazing thing, and I wish I realized that, because sometimes the scariest part about life is the fact that sometimes we're alone. Sometimes that's the hardest part about life, is that sometimes we feel alone and we might be physically alone. Maybe our parents are working a lot, maybe our siblings are older, maybe our siblings are in a different part of life, our friends are going through things and they're changing and everything like that. But we never have to be alone, and God is with you. Class of 2025, grade 8s, I'm so proud of you, and you guys are all filled with so much potential musically, athletically, in leadership. I've seen how you guys have grown and what you can do, and I'm excited to come and check back in at Fraser in the next few years and seeing how you guys will be changing the school and adding to it and doing your own thing. Be yourselves, continue to grow, figure out who you are, commit to God, but also don't be afraid, because God will always be with you, and God is bigger than whatever obstacle comes next. Love you all, love each and every one of you. Continue to be great, continue to be awesome.